I just thought of something as I was walking away, and madam, go on, turn the light on, you bugger. Okay, you approve? Right, just something I was thinking of when I was, as I say, I was walking away. About this astronomer, okay? About what he said further. Okay, let's just hear him again.
Ron Madison has proposed that what the villagers saw that night was a meteorite or fireball, and that it coincided with an earthquake at a nearby fault.
Thinking that that explosion might well have been due to an impacting piece of rock.
Yeah, okay. We know from the other videos that, and from what he's saying here, I'll repeat again, of what he's saying, is that it's a theory, okay? He's a conspiracy theorist. Against the facts that the accounts that people gave. Now, as we said before, if he's receiving sites, written reports, that is, of sightings from the likes of Derby, Penzance in Cornwall, sorry about that, saying it's Wales, I was thinking of Fishguard for some stupid reason, and Northern Ireland. What about the rest of the counties and shires in between those places? They don't see them. Secondly, how did he receive these letters? Who actually sat down and said, oh, look, this chap over here wants to know if we've seen anything. What, did he put it through the national papers or something? Because if he put it through the picking national papers, then every bugger would have seen it. Through the dailies, costing thousands to do it, alright? And every bugger sees it, well, every bugger's going to jump on buggering bandwagon from everywhere. We won't get just a letter or letters from Derby, you know, letters from Penzance and letters from Northern Ireland. Missing out, of course, letters from Berwin, letters from Llangollen, down the Piggin Road there. Letters from Bala, down the Piggin Road there. I mean, the whole of frigging Wales, North Wales, and the rest must have seen it. And all, as we say, the shires and the counties beyond. Up to Lincoln Derby, down to Piggin Penzance, friggin' hey man, Oxford, Cambridge, you get it. They've Piggin seen it, so why didn't they write in? Where's all, I tell you what, where's all the correspondence? I was just going to say, I tell you what, if you or I were him, okay, or better still, thankfully not him, but if we were in such a position as to say people have written in, would we not bring out the files, box files of letters, dump them on a desk, next box, dump them on the desk, next box, dump. This is all correspondence that I received about this light. Here it is. You'd make a great big show of it, wouldn't you? But you see, we're so picking dull these days, we've been dumbed down. Now, we never think of these things. We never think of the common sense things that would be done to prove that things are done. There's another thing here.
The first reaction was to try to estimate the energy involved, and it seemed to us to be something that would correspond to an explosion of the size of about 600 tons of TNT.
So the explosion goes 600 tons of TNT. Boom! Okay, let's get the boom. Come on, baby. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, just broke wind. You madam. So, 600 tons of TNT forms a huge ball, a red and orange ball. Wow. Hey? That's destruction turned on your pigging head, isn't it? Hey? Can you have construction out of destruction? I don't think so, do you? Hey? Oh, well, let's get a stick of TNT, Molly, and let's chuck it down the pigging street and see what turns up, eh? A dirty big pigging hole in the ground, that's what a pigging turn up. For this guy here, he says, well, you know, all this explosion, and then he's got a pigging match it, which he doesn't match it, with the eyewitnesses, the testimonies of eyewitnesses, that it's a round pigging globe, but he can't, so he has to put it as a meteorite, again, because that's the media line. That's the line that the media and whoever's behind this media has put forth, these conspiracy theorists, trying to do away with the truth. Now there's just one thing, before I go. I don't really like to speak of personal things, but it did intrigue me, because this is what brought me to this how would you say, link with Berwin, okay? Because in January 1974, I was walking along the street, up from the house, in Alsager, and to the right, across Morehouse Avenue, there was this very large, red, sort of orangey, glowing orb, but there was no fire, which was weird. And I thought, no, that's freaking weird, that. What the heck's going on here? Because red is fire and it's got an orangey glow. What the hell's going on here? And I'm standing there looking at this pigging thing going across the rooftops from this direction. From the Berwin direction. I don't know what time of night, but it's just struck me. Now if I'm looking at it, okay, I'm looking at the same pigging object, same pigging night. Wales is only down the pigging road, Connors Quay and the rest of it, and spread out, okay, from where I was living, okay. So why is it then that the letters of correspondence do not reflect the returning of the orb? Because if it was so pigging large, and it was large, but it certainly wasn't as large as to be seen from pigging Penzance, Derby, Northern Pigging Island, and missed out the rest of the sodding country between, they should have had letters saying that, yeah, I saw it a second time, coming back, or going forth, wherever it had come from in the first place, okay? But certainly in Derby. If it's that big. Oh, it just boggles the pigging mind, doesn't it? The lies and the deceit of these people. So there was no correspondence from anybody declaring that they'd seen this object. Having visited this area of Berwin, in another area, now you might say, well, why did I write through? Well, no bugger told me right through. Who the hell do I write to? Huh? I'm walking along, minding my own business, going out for a pigging breath of fresh air, as it were, and who do I tell? Go down the pigging local police station and get on the telephone there, right? Because it was, you know, you only had one bobby. We didn't have really a police station, it was just a telephone outside a building. Who do you go to? And why should you go to? What's the purpose? What's the point? It's just an object going across the piggin sky that you can't figure piggin out. It's red and it's got bits of orange in it. It's sort of like an orange glow, but I mean, more predominant red. And it's just, you know, fact of life. It's just piggin passing through. I can't understand what the piggin hell it is, but it's certainly just piggin passing through, and that's it. I mean, when you're sort of when you're brought up in the country, you sort of don't get too you don't get disturbed about things. You just see piggin things that you can't fathom out. They're still there. They're just anomalies. Okay, we just treat them as anomalies, things that go against the norm of what is accepted as the norm. So yeah, quite naturally, except on one occasion, which I will not go into. But yeah, so I saw it, but I didn't know to write it to any bugger. It wasn't spread over the piggin news, over the radio, over the TV, newspapers. So what's this bugger going on about? This clown who can reconstruct an object perfectly round, glowing and pulsating out of an explosion. I'll tell you something more as well there, just as we go. When I saw this object going across Morehouse Avenue, now I can't, you know, I'm not going to go into sizes. It was big. Because I've got no ruler, I've got no measurement to measure it by, okay? So I'm not going to say it was a football pitch or 2 football fields long. No, it was just an object, a very large object. That's the beginning and end of it, okay? That was certainly mystifying me. Now, it stopped. At one point it stopped. The strange part about it is, it stopped. I ran after it. Silly bugger ran after it, didn't he? I ran after it. I ran towards this buggering thing, and as I approached it, by the cringe, it went. This buggering thing went like piggin lightning. Gordon Bennett. I've never seen anything. And it was dead silent. And you couldn't hear the birds down in the forest. Everything was silent. And this buggering thing was silent. And it just went from nothing, straight off. No noise. And this is supposed to be a meteorite. And as I say, I mean, we treat these things down in country as just objects. Just one of the many things you're picking to see, but you can't account for. And it's fascinating. Hey? What are you shaking for? Yeah, I know it turns you nutty down there, doesn't it? Hey, yeah, go and spread some muck. Go on. Hey, I see you got your head back. Hey, you need a friggin' haircut. Look at it. Hey, come on, let's go, baby. But no, you know, as we say, these things are there. Whatever they are. They may be supernatural. They may be natural, maybe whatever they may be. They're there. It's no big deal. Let's go, baby. What are you doing? Okay, don't steal my lights again.